how I feel about Louise. I faced her a couple times. I feel like it's more scary to have her move in front of certain units to be able to cleanse them instead of
That's true. That's
having crit
true.
damage
Okay.
on skill 1.
Yeah, mine's is way too slow. Okay, okay.
Were you
Yeah.
thinking of pairing it with like a Molong or something?
My Mohong's like 270 speed.
No, I get it. No, you're pairing it with the Manadana, right? Because Manadana
Oh
can't
my
kill,
God.
so then he's 1 HP, and then Louise with that tackle. You know, yeah.
IslandGrown
I
is
got
playing
it.
with
I got
Molong.
it. Shut up. Shut up. Aloha, everybody, from the YouTube channel. Welcome back to another week of podcast. I hope you guys are doing good during your quarantining, or you guys are doing good if you guys are working. Yeah, quote unquote essential workers. Yeah, if you're working because of this whole coronavirus pandemic globally, right, which is kind of crazy. We're gonna try to have a second podcast this week actually as well, so stay tuned. I know some of you guys are watching this from YouTube. You guys always listening to this on YouTube. We're gonna try to have a Friday night podcast, so if you guys want to tune into that Friday night podcast, you're more than welcome to. It's during my usual Friday night stream. Gonna probably set it up, not 100% confirmed, but I'm definitely gonna say it's decently confirmed. Yeah, I just gotta confirm some people. There's a lot of people that are at home obviously that want to join into the podcast this week, so we'll be trying to do a second one. And if you can't catch that podcast, don't worry, I'll upload it as my Saturday night upload for you guys to enjoy. But all right, we're gonna dive into today's podcast. As you can see, I got some people, some familiar faces, some familiar names, not faces, like DJ Bizzo, who has had his camera on before, but he just has some difficulty today with his camera. So unfortunately, it's like it's a Discord thing. So good to have you here, Bizzo. Good to have you here, Thompson, Obabo. Welcome back, and our brand new face, a member of the Summoner community for quite a long time, and someone I got to meet, before recently as well, Mr. Slaw. How you doing today, man?
Hey man, I'm fine, man. Thank you.
Yeah,
It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, thanks for making some time to join to join the podcast. If you want, give us a
Pleasure's
quick
mine.
intro. Give us a quick intro. We always ask people like how you got into Summoners War, and what you do right now in terms of like streaming. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
what kind of communities you stream to, what language. I know, but
All right, guys.
they don't know. Yeah. Go ahead.
Hey guys, my name is Mr. Zloff. I'm from Brazil. I'm a Brazilian YouTuber and a streamer. I play for like 5 years, almost 5 years. English is not my native language, so I'm gonna make some mistakes here. So just laugh about it, and that's it. That's it.
Okay. Cool.
That's it.
All right, man. Thank you for making that time, dude. Let's just dive right into the podcast topics we got today. Yeah, topic number 1. Right. Oh, it
That's
doesn't really fit too well here. I'll adjust that as we're talking about it. I think it moved. Another week's gone by. How was the recent balance patch for you? Right. I know we got some different people in this week talking about the balance patch. So, what are your thoughts on the balance patch? Right. And what else seems OP? Yeah, that maybe wasn't fully tested yet. And any new discoveries with those recent buffs and nerfs? Because let's start off with Bizzo, I guess. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, for me, I noticed, and I was watching Obabo stream, and I did one match is that Amelia can basically solo at Hathor, like because of that buff with the heal in pony form, and because you have the defense buff as well. Basically, you can solo a Gani, you can solo a Hathor. Do you agree with that, Obabo?
Yeah, I do. Like even when I played, there was a Triana, which is even more dangerous than Gan or Hathor, and my Amelia just soloed a Triana.
What the heck?
So I think Amelia buff might actually be one of the bigger buffs in that patch.
See,
Which was already
that's-
like very good.
That's interesting because typically people already use Amelia to kind of like cuck and like cut into the Gani Hathor comps. And now
Yeah.
if you set it up and you go in there and you just leave the Hathor and you got that last, as long as you got the Amelia, then I guess you can maybe solo. That's interesting prospect. It's a very, very interesting prospect. How does it beat Triana though? Like, doesn't Triana have more damage and sustain than an Amelia?
I think that was a very tanky Triana on 100 rests. And there's a lot of those going around now.
Triana or
because-
Triana?
Yeah, Triana.
Oh.
The Triana can't strip the defense buff, so it's
Yeah, she
gonna
can't.
Amelia's gonna win.
No, if it's a crit damage Triana, it's probably going to a Triana most of the time. Still.
No, I'm saying the defense buff from Amelia in horse form. So Triana can't strip it, so it's really hard for Triana to kill the Amelia.
Oh yeah, so I'm
Yeah,
trying to figure out how that worked. Like, how?
I mean, if they're I guess. But if they're in a 1v1 with a crit damage Triana, then it probably goes to Triana like 90% of the time, unless you freeze almost every turn.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
I see. I see. What about any other units here? Any ragdoll users here in the podcast? Oh, really? Wow. Wow. It's just, what a coincidence. It's like I didn't even know.
The fun
Hey.
part is, everyone's saying, "Oh, he got buffed." I was like, "That was not a buff, man. The reflect damage was like, I'm gonna take out 5% of the bar increase, but here's a reflect damage that don't change anything at all. Of course, it does. You can put some more damage and leave him with more damage, but dude, I was not expecting that, but I'm okay with that because Ragdoll was getting picked every single time. He still is, but caught me off guard, I guess. Yes, that's the thing.
So how do you really feel about it though? Like now that you've been doing RTA for like a week or so, does it feel bad when you're using him, or he still feels like he's okay? Like you can still, use his power. I'm curious about that.
That's the thing. At first, I was like, that's not gonna change anything at all. So, first 30 wings, I'll change everything. When you have a nice speed and you're playing against someone that have the same speed as you, that's great. But dude, when the speed difference is so high, changes a lot. It really does. It really, really, really does. Really does. I didn't like that. But I agree with the nerf. He was getting picked every single time. I hope they do that more often. It was nice. It was nice.
That's interesting that you say that. Thanks for sharing. Because I think that's the goal of what Comp just wants to do, right? I know for a fact they don't like to nerf things and make people feel bad about their units. So they try to be very careful what they do. So for you as a Ragdoll user, understanding it's a nerf and still feeling like it's okay, I feel is kind of like makes them feel like they might have had some success doing that. In that aspect. Thompson here is still a big anti Ragdoll activist. What's your thoughts on Ragdoll this week?
Stupid. Just like last week, I said
Right.
nothing's changed. You just have to get faster runes.
Yeah, that's the thing. I agree with that.
True. Okay. Any other units? We didn't fully cover all the other units as well in the balance patch. Any other ones?
I tested out Monananon, and it's
Poor guy.
I know poor
Poor
guy.
guy.
It's actually so I took it in like 7 matches in top 100 and I won like 6 out of the 7.
Oh,
But I think obviously I can't pick Hathor with it because it's dumb, right? It basically wakes up the whole team. But it can do a lot of damage if you kind of play it right, but it does suck that it needs like a defense break. It does no damage otherwise.
So like you brought it in and you found some success, right? Now we know it's a small sample size, so it might not mean a lot. You could have other units that are enabling it as well. What were you bringing in with? Like, what were you bringing him in with, and what was his power? Like, were you resetting core units, or what was it?
It was mainly
Also,
just
have another
damage.
question. Who
So-
are you bringing it against?
I
Are you bringing
can't-
against D3s or
Yeah,
like?
GT, well, I'm in the top 100, so
G3s?
it's like G3s, G2s, right?
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
So like the team I was bringing it with was like Sierra, Lauren, Daphnis,
Oh,
on and on,
Huh.
and then like another damage dealer or stripper.
All the
So-
teams I see it around, it's like Lauren, Daphnis.
Yeah,
And then-
yeah. But I'm a heavy
Always Lauren.
I'm a heavy Daphnis user, so like
Oh, so
most
you're-
times they're
so-
gonna ban the Daphnis.
So you always play 4v3. I see. So when you're
Yeah.
4v3, Banana can strive. Makes sense.
Well, if I leave like a Triana at like 1 HP, Monana will come and clean it up. But yeah, I mean it's not like the greatest buff, but I feel like it just needs more testing on my end. But I wouldn't say it's like triple S tier. Maybe
But,
like
I mean, at
A,
least it's an A
S.
now, right? At least it's in
Yeah,
the A
yeah.
section where he
A.
can, I guess.
Yeah.
No, it's a B. Like too much. There's too much.
Setup.
Yeah, it doesn't kill the unit, and it's only 30%. That's like too much, in my opinion.
and he needs a death break to do that.
Yeah,
There's a lot of units that could do what he does.
yeah, that's true.
The reset's kind of nice though, but that's about it, honestly. That's why I was asking. Like, you use it for the reset? I mean, the reset's cool, right? It feels good. But that's
I have
about
something
it.
to say about the reset.
Yeah, go ahead.
The reset is so inconsistent.
We
because
know this. We know this.
Okay.
We know
Alright.
this.
Well, you're not gonna ruin this on accuracy either, right?
Yeah.
You know
exactly.
who his brother is, right? We already know his brother, my friend.
Okay.
I mean, he's probably better than Okeanos at least. That's the thing.
Is he? I've
I
been
mean,
seeing damage
I mean,
Okies, though.
for-
I've been seeing damage
For
Okies, though.
resetting.
Explain. Oh wait,
No, I was just
resetting?
making a joke because Okeanos always misses, but
We
I mean,
just
I
put
guess-
peg in your joke.
I guess he's more consistent against low resistance, actually, because you're gonna break the shields every time with Manananan.
He can't kill things, right, with his radiating damage, right? I think that's what
No.
Thompson told me last week. It doesn't kill. It just
It'll
puts
leave
him
it-
1 HP,
no.
right?
Yeah.
Perfect.
And
Sets
it
up for
can't
Vanessa.
It doesn't proc revenge and it doesn't proc despair
Oh,
Yeah.
but
that's-
because it'll be
very high
really
stats.
really good if it procs despair.
Yeah, it would be.
Oh,
It
yeah.
would be one of the few units that AOE every single skill all the time, right? 24/7. No matter what you do, you AOE. You know what if they?
So
What if? Okay, so what if they minor tweak it and they make it so despair works on him? Actually, I don't know if
That'd-
that's. Would that?
That'd
Would
be
that?
OP.
Then it will proc revenge, so that's a whole different like meta you're gonna have to test.
True. Yeah. All right. What other units? How about the succubuses? Like, have you seen a lot of power come out from the succubuses lately? Because that's the ones that people have been talking about, right? They got a nice buff. I mean, they're in a better spot now, but how viable? How OP? Or are they? Do you think they're just good budget units for players that don't have those types of units?
For everybody that wants to try the light succubus, there's already a unit that does exactly what the light succubus does.
Spill
It's
beans.
the light monkey. It has the same exact skills.
Oh shit, you're right. No,
Yeah.
bro. Yo, you guys remember that light monkey in HOH that happened like a couple years ago? Yeah. You can finally pull out the light monkey and use them. Fuck
Where
it,
I'm
dude.
trying
Yeah.
to get at.
Oh my god, you're so smart, dude. Like, shoot, why am I using light succubus when I use a light monkey king? Holy fuck. God
Where
damn.
I'm trying to get at is light monkey's not that good in RTA, so she's kind of niche as well in RTA. You know?
I mean, at least the Ari is better than Light Monkey. There's that.
Yeah,
Because she gives the glancing and has a way better
Yeah.
skill.
absolutely.
Yeah. It has
But I
the
think-
bar increase in the first skill.
Yeah. But I think Akia is like one of the big winners as well from the balance patch.
Hmm.
Because there's so many things that you want to reset now, and since she's a single target stripper herself, she can both go into like AoE strip teams where she just resets everything, or she'll work as a stripper and then she can reset second turn for all the like Tyrannus, Vela, and everything they want to reset.
I think every time I want to put Akia in there, I feel like Okeanos is a better slot. I don't know about you. Have you been using Akia more?
The thing is, you even have a Gianna, and I think Gianna fits way better with Akia than Okeanos most of the time. Because it's way better to follow up with CD on everyone, CD reduce, instead of just getting on one person with Okeanos, unless you want to overlap with the stuns. That's what I
But
feel.
her skill 2 is kind of inconsistent. So,
But you
yeah.
already have a strip. You're already playing a strip. You're already running your double strip, right? So you're just running it as your slot 2.
Nowadays in Summoner's War, skill 1s are really scary. So just having 2-turn cooldown is not as good as a AoE stun or like a AoE like sleep. You get that? Because like all it has to do is like Verd proc or something revenges or Sierra procs, and they get attack bar back, and all of a sudden, 2-turn cooldown's like nothing, you know?
Yep, but this season we're seeing like way more Wusa, Velajul, Triana, Vanessa again. A lot of Tyrannus. And that's why,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
that is why we're seeing a lot of Sekhmet as well. Because of,
I think it depends on your game's play style as well. I never ever see what you just mentioned. It's always Verd Lawrence. Always.
mm,
You know what's interesting is that Thompson, you're saying like it's not, with units procking like Verd and stuff, like 1-turn stun and stuff like that, it's just not enough sometimes, right? I mean, doesn't that make Akia better though? Because
No, I would rather
the
like
reset gives you
lay
more
the stun
opportunity
on
to like,
Gianna.
For
For me, I'd rather lay the stun on Gianna and then wait for the stun to go over and then lay the stun on Okeanos after the Gianna.
But isn't that less consistent technically? Because if you lay the stun, they can proc. But when you lay the stun and you lay the Akia to reset, then you have less chance that they can have RNG you, right? I don't know. That's what I was thinking.
What I'm saying is, I feel like the full cooldown reset
Yeah.
on Okeanos is better than the 2 cooldown reset that the Akia provides.
But it's AoE though. But
yeah, it's on everyone.
It's AoE, but 2 turns. That's what I'm saying.
interesting. So for the people that are using Akia out there, is it on Violent? I mean, a lot of them work so well on Violent. Like, I feel like Akia maybe does it have flexibility to go Despair? I don't know. To follow up,
I think it's either Violent or Swift.
Violent or Swift. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Nietzsche.
Do you have yours on CD, Obabo?
Mine is on... No, she's on HP.
More support.
Flat
type
attack
then.
HP.
I
One of
think
those.
Akia is a good member to put on like speed HP accuracy or just have like 25% accuracy.
Yeah, she is.
Because her all three of her scales on accuracy, and it's pretty toxic once you get it rolling.
Yeah, she's like pretty much like one of those heavy support units, right? Like
But we-
Thor kind of ruining.
But when you think about it, like 2-turn cooldown, they could still do skill 1. But like a full turn sleep, like if you have like the Dark Sylph, the Oshibal,
Yeah.
like at least it's like just 2-turn, deny, and they can't even do skill 1.
But you
or
said
Hathor
Oki
or
though. How does
whatever.
Oki? I'm just trying to understand how you said Oki was
Well,
better.
because like for me, Oki and Akia fits in the same slot for me. Like that slot,
Mm.
like 2, that slot, like that
Okay.
extra CC unit I need. Yeah. So with single target strip, and they both do AOE CC.
Okay, now thinking to players that don't have like maybe access to as many premium Nat 5s, even just regular Nat 5s. You think Akia's pretty strong then? Like that's like a key pickup. Like how players they use like Aegir, right? Because they don't have like Water Monkey King. They have all these other units, Triana, Aegir, Gado. They're using these free-to-play units. Is Akia strong enough? You think that it's something that players should be picking up and trying to use?
Yeah,
I
for
also
sure.
feel like the attack bar gain from Oki is a huge deal. So yeah, I don't know.
Thing
I
is,
guess they could pick it up, but I do prefer Okeanos more in my.
Right. Let's say they don't have an
testing
Oki then.
of
They don't
it.
have an Oki then.
Yeah.
So it
If
should
that
be.
is-
It'll be pretty tilting when they miss the second move, because sometimes like you really want to sleep and it just does a glancing or something. Had that happened to you before, Obabo?
yeah, it has, but usually I have stuff running up after since I have it on
Sweet.
violent.
Yeah.
And then if they have
Okeanos is
like a
easier to
Wusa,
fit.
Go ahead, Mr. Slav. What's that?
No, Okeanos is easier to fit than Akia, I guess.
Mhm.
Okeanos is way easier to fit. Akia, people are still trying to use her with Hathor, but you need strippers, you need Hathor, you need her. I prefer Okeanos in most comps, I guess, than Akia.
Okay.
but if we're saying that Aegir is like S tier right now, I would say that Akia is double S in comparison to Aegir.
Interesting placement.
I would say so. And the thing is,
I don't use Aegir anymore, so I think Aegir really dropped this season. But yeah,
yeah, I did. And the thing is, like Akia, when Akia gets reset, she still has her skill 1, which lets her lap into her skill so fast anyways. Meanwhile, if Oki gets reset, it's just sitting there for 3 turns.
I'll
Yeah.
tell you what though,
There's also
nothing feels
Yeah, that's
better
true.
than you stripping their will and landing a 2-turn sleep on them. That feels the best.
So going on with that about the S1s on Succubuses, can we agree the S1s are pretty nice? I like the Succubus S1. Like it kind of feels
They
very
are the best
satisfying. It's
ones,
like a
yeah.
certain, I don't know, man. It's like watching one of those satisfying videos. When you hit that S1, it just feels so satisfying to sleep and get that attack gauge. So good, dude. Actually, so good. Any of the other Succubuses? How about the water one? Yeah, I got a little tweak and change, and also we know the water is always good for the speed lead. Is it stronger than
Yeah.
in the current meta?
I like the water one, but I have a problem with it. It's hard to get the all the stats you need for the water one, like the speed, the accuracy. Of course, the crit damage, the attack, and HP is like mandatory, but to fit all the other stats in there, it's kind of tough. How about you guys?
So you're actually trying to gear it on crit damage? Because I think like
That's the only way, or it's just gonna sit there. It could sleep a turn, but it's not gonna do much.
because I've seen some people just gear for all of the stats, right? The right speed, the right accuracy, and everything on violent, but then they just go for attack and crit rate, so then they can reduce the rune quality on the crit damage. Because if you're,
I've
you're
never
controlling,
seen a
right?
non-critting like Akia almost. Most of them are on crit damage,
Really?
but I could
I-
be wrong. That's
I
I
would-
just thought it's pretty given. That
I
it's all
I
crit
think you should put it in crit damage as well, or else you're not doing anything with it really, right? You're just sleeping. It's not.
You're
I guess-
basically controlling, right? But that's big. The more turns and the more control you take, the more damage you're effectively doing, anyways, right?
I think it depends which speed you're trying to have her at
Mm.
and which units you're trying to combine with. Like I used a attack stuff for one in SWC.
Yeah, I saw a lot of them ruined on like a speed, HP attack, speed attack, whatever, because they couldn't get that crit damage in, But maybe if this unit is that good, people will put some more value into it, right? Because let's be real, you have a high value on your violent crit damage bruiser sets, don't you? Like that set is high valued because
Yeah.
you only put on so many, right? You only have so many.
Thing is, I think accuracy is more important for her than crit damage.
I think
And it's
so
hard
too.
to get
Yeah.
a lot of accuracy and the crit damage with
Yeah,
all that.
that's what I was trying to say.
Right.
It's really hard for me to build one in the first place because of all the stats she needs.
What did the buff do? The buff made it the more attack gauge reducing on the third skill, or what was it?
Exactly, yeah.
Okay,
It was
Yeah,
just-
so-
third is more.
Consistent on the sleeping, right? Once it depletes. Okay, I see.
Do you guys think she's viable now that I don't know if you guys have noticed, but a lot of first pick Sierras. Do you think it's still viable?
No way. What do you mean?
Just picking the water succubus. Like I just see so many Sierra first picks now. Like, would you do you find that as like a reliable pick? Like, would you be picking her often, basically?
What's yeah? So I guess I'm kind of asking
Instead
what
of
DJ's saying. What slot are you taking in the water scoopus?
Yeah, I guess
If you are.
would it be like a last
She's
pick?
definitely like a 5 or 6.
I love when he says 6.
6.
What does that even mean, dude? Are you talking about the pre-ban coming up soon, right? The second pre-ban? We talked about that.
Yeah, no, she's not that good in my opinion, but you know,
Okay.
we have. I think the right way to build her is put like violent will, like 200 speed ish, 220 speed, crit damage, HP with good attack substats. But even then, it's still not that good.
Dude, that's so hard, dude. Like, think how hard people take to rune their Josephine. Now, instead of like 40, 50 accuracy, you're trying to look for like 85 plus.
That's also
ridiculous.
Like, Josephine in that slot is just so much better. Like we were thinking about bringing in the water succubus, like just put in Josephine or Elucia. You know, there's so much better units. Elucia just sleeps everything.
I think Isar is just for the people who lack speed leads. Or when there's a fight where you contest for a lot of speed leads, then she can be
We're always
handy.
lacking speed leads. Correct.
Okay.
Because she's like the best one that isn't one of the best that isn't a 5.
Yeah, she's
her
she's
and,
been the one that we already know is viable, right? It's been in SWC many times already.
I don't know. Is she better than the Dark Sylph or Tableau or even the Wind Sylph, right?
Yeah, that's what I said. Shimite and Isaria are like the best free-to-play options. Because Astral and Tableau are like as rare as.
But do you feel
Not
Shimite is not?
Wait, you
can't
don't
really
like
use Shimite as much anymore, right? Shimite definitely has kind of fallen off and fizzled out in terms of being used.
I actually don't think she's the
I don't
best
think so.
4-star. I think she's like number 6, number 7 for me. Archibald,
for you,
Tableau,
keep in mind that
Shimite.
we like to keep it, you know, in terms of the general, you know, player base as well. Because for you, a lot of units are a lot lower tier because of, you know, certain nat 5s that you have, right?
I see.
Yeah, Astral
That's
Tableau I
fair.
wouldn't consider as like free-to-play friendly.
I
speed leads.
see. Okay.
Hey,
Wind
Thompson,
Sylph. Who else?
Oh, what's
which
that,
one
Mr.
do you
Star?
think
Go
is
ahead.
the best speed leader? 4-star. Best speed leader for RTA.
4-star?
Yeah.
I just
Top
named it
3.
for you.
No,
Top
top
three.
3.
For 4-star?
Yeah.
I would say Tableau,
Archibald.
Archibald, and the Shimite or what's the other one?
All right.
I would even put Tyrant over.
I was just about to say, would the 19% be okay? Because Tyrant's kit's kind of cool, kind of good in terms of
I like
control.
Tyrant.
Right. Any other units
Gemini.
that you guys are enjoying or seeing or experiencing in the RTA season because of last week's balance patch notes? Any other ones? Oh, Ethna. And Eddie, do you see more drafts of Ethna now? I mean, she's always been a great draft, right? But any more drafts? Because I mean, she's just better now, right? I mean,
I mean, want to make a good Ethna, which it's gonna take runes off everybody. It's like speed, crit damage, HP, right? And it's just too hard for me to build Ethna with good speed. But yeah,
Ethna's buff was basically the same as Isari's. It just makes her more consistent with the third skill.
yeah.
So I don't think it changes that much when you pick her, and it didn't really for Isari either.
What
But I
about
know-
Leica?
Yeah, Leica we see a lot. Leica buff is
Leica's
Me
really
too.
good.
Oh yeah, Leica. We just did a video on Leica recently, and we saw some of the craziness, dude. That thing is a powerhouse, man. That thing hits hard, dude. Really, really hard.
The thing is, he uses runes that no one needs, so it's like
Yeah.
it's really easy to build one.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, worst case scenario. I mean, just like I saw on Fatemem's one. Fatemem uses just one that's just pure damage. Right, his on rage, but it just goes to show that you bring it in and you bring it in with high damage, whatever that build is you got, like double blade will. Fuck it, right? You just need stats. The thing will function like really, really well. So that's really, really nice. It's crazy how we've been always asking for Leica to come back into meta how he was before, but he's coming back, I guess, and he's different, right? He feels different from before, and he's in a weird way really, really solid from the
Dude,
Leica.
I got soloed by a Leica. It was like 3v1. It was like a vamp Leica, and that thing kept just healing to full. I couldn't kill it.
So is Vamp Leica the way to go, or because mine's on Violent right now, and I've been having like it's been great. But is Vamp the way to go? Or
I think Violent.
Both are good.
I
It
think
depends.
yeah. If you're looking for like a solo situation, maybe that might be better. But like I think overall, Violent.
Yeah, you could snipe things out early, which is really
Yeah.
nice. But the only thing is, for a lot of players out there, if you don't got that file set to, give to him, if you don't value him enough in like your drafts, maybe you don't want to give him that file set, and you're okay off with still Vampire or just some kind of fat Fatal or Rage set, just to have him do damage.
Fatal or Rage is okay, or Swift, whatever.
Yeah, Swift. It doesn't matter. Like if you're not on Despair, if you're not on Vampire, you're not on Violent, you can be any set then, right? I think people always get that kind of confused. They're like, oh. Why no Fatal? Should I go Fatal or Rage? It's like, bro, don't matter. Whichever one has more stats, dude. That really don't matter.
People that are trying to save the violent stats are still using Vampire, but both can be used, I guess. I really like Nigel now. He's getting picked a lot, especially as last pick.
So here's the thing. I think when you're playing the Leica on Vampire, it will do what it's meant to do. But when you put it on Violent, it will counter units you never thought it counters. Like when you put it on Violent, because it could Justice more, it counters the Miho, it counters the Shiho and stuff like that. Because like Shiho never kills me. I always kill the Shiho with my Leica. It's like they always bring Shiho when I pick Leica, right? And then instead I kill the Shiho, you know?
Got it.
And you
Yeah,
also...
Shio dies, but
Oh, go
Mio
ahead.
lives through Justice.
He's probably assuming
Shio,
the dot, maybe the counter to the Miho with the dot, and then the Miho dies to dot. Is that
Or
what you're
just
saying?
like multi-hits, high damage, you know? But actually, like, Leica could do pretty good against those water units that are brought in to counter him.
Yeah, but I meant Mio. Shio
Yeah,
is
you said it counters
like
Miho, that's why.
Shio a lot of times. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't know about you. Sometimes people bring in Miho to kill your Leica, right? Or no?
I mean, maybe, but I don't feel like that's the case that often because it's not that much multi-hit. Only one skill,
True.
2 times. And Justice doesn't kill Mio.
Oh, not Miho. Sorry.
Mina.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh
okay.
my God. Holy
Okay.
shoot. Brain fart.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was like,
the water
I'm,
one.
I'm trying to think about it.
I was like, wait, we're all like confused. Yeah.
Like S1 puts
What's
dot.
the water
so
one? Mina.
Dot,
Yeah.
dot kills her, I guess. I was just
No,
trying
no,
to like, back
the
you up.
Mina. People bring in the water martial cat in against Leica, right?
Right.
Yeah. There you go.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
But actually, like when Mina hits the Leica, it's like 3 hits. But when Leica turns around and hit her back, it doesn't glance. He gets full life back. If he violent proc, she's dead. So yeah.
Definitely, I agree with that. Any other units? Did we touch bases on pretty much almost anime? Limas. Have you been seeing Limas at all? I thought she, on paper, like I said last week, which I'm still stuck on, because I haven't seen anything else. I think she's very good. Yeah, she does so much. Have you guys seen it? That's a real question.
I've used it.
Yeah, I was just about to say, Barian has one, and I've seen, it in action a little bit.
I got queued in against Barian, but he didn't use the Lima on me. So I was like, oh man, like I didn't get to see it in action.
Let's see. How was your experience with it, Obabo, or what you've used or?
It's pretty good, I would say. It fits a lot with like if you run one immunity and then you have her as well, then you like fit a lot of the bases, and it's also really awkward to fight against. The one I ran was I tried it both on Despair Will or Despair Revenge. The thing is, if she gets the revenge off, then she could just cleanse the whole team, and that could be real annoying to fight. So, like, imagine if you have a maybe even triple revenge Lima against a Gian or something, and then she just revenges and cleanses everyone. You could do stuff like that, even.
Interesting. That's an interesting concept.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good against double like AoE check. So if there's a Gian and then another AoE. Then you actually have a good chance of getting it.
I heard if you run a 300 speed one on Violent, it's pretty good, right?
300 speed.
Never mind.
Wait, Thompson, do you have a Lima?
I don't have a Lima.
Oh, I was gonna say.
But I was just about to say, like, I wouldn't just build a Lima. Like, if you have a Lima, I wouldn't just bring it out just for counter Gianna purposes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, but you could. It's actually a thing now.
Oh, okay.
It was a thing before as well, but now you get immunity too. And like
I've
Trip Revenge
seen-
Verde is really good now as well, even better than before. Because it's either full immunity or there's like just Chiwu, Triton and stuff right now.
Mhm.
What about like
Triple
a,
Revenge Verde is better than Triple Revenge Lima.
what about like a Lima Molong Hathor comp?
Yeah, bringing it back to season with two SWCs
Yeah.
ago, right?
Yeah,
That's
right.
where
Yeah.
Mr. DGP took his reign.
But I mean, it's good now because there's no dots, right? It just does a slow with Hathor, so
Yeah.
basically they'll
Oh,
never take
yeah.
a turn.
True. Actually, very true. Yeah, because dots wake up after technically, right? The 2 turn sleep.
I hope I didn't give anyone ideas.
Yeah, that's gonna be pretty toxic. All the Lima users are gonna come out. Like I'm waiting to see all the Lima and Gianna users, man. Like, do you think those two power up together in some aspect or
No.
some way? No,
No.
no.
They do like the opposite things. I feel what you try to accomplish with them.
If I have Lima, I will make it work.
Like if I had Lima and Gianna, like why wouldn't you use it together with Nephthys pick in there? Tops it. Lima, Gianna, Nephthys. Like either you're letting double strip in or you're letting one strip plus Nephthys in. I mean, what you gonna do, man?
Hey, man, what you gonna do? I got Laura. I'm using Laura, man. So whatever.
Because I know you play the double strip, right? Sometimes you play the double strip. So I mean, they're just
The
more
meta's
consistent strip.
the meta kind of fallen away from the double strip, and it's kind of fallen towards like Vanessa first pick, and then you just go like nuker, nuker kind of, you know. It's pretty popular, or Triana nuker or whatever. Yeah,
It's kind of a bruiser meta, I notice now,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, so I heard there's a little bit talk about Sekhmet. Have you been seeing more Sekhmets being used too? Like, can we start leaning towards saying Sekhmet is a lot stronger than she was before, at least viable, or no? Right,
I built a segment, and I'm waiting to use it. But I have like really good runes on her, but I haven't had a chance to use her yet.
Yeah, because ever since we had Argentum, and during that couple weeks ago, we were kind of discussing it. He's talking about his damage ones. I've been seeing people use it a lot more. Right, even in the higher levels of RTA, she's been very good. I heard you have some experience with Sekhmet as well, right, DJ Bizzle?
Yeah, I'm actually a big advocate of Sekhmet. I
Okay.
think it's good into basically Tyrannus. Basically, it has to be a stationary comp. Like I've seen it used into like Artarag Tyrannus, and you just reset that Tyrannus and it just sits there, right? But you need the thing. I think a lot of people make a mistake is they don't bring a lot of damage behind it. You need a lot of damage behind it, like some sort of bruiser, like whether it be, I guess, a Monkey King or I don't know. It could be like a Leica. You just need a lot of damage behind it because you need to utilize that defense break.
Yeah, the S2 is where some of the power comes from as well.
Yeah,
right? That's true.
Right.
That's actually really good against Tyrannies. I mean, I think that's great. I mean, I'm sure players are already using Sekhmet, hopefully, in Guild Wars and Guild Siege, because Tyrannies is just so annoying, right? But you kill two birds with one stone. The S2 skill and the passive in one stone, which is really nice. Right.
It has to be against stationary comps, and it cannot be into like super heavy immunity, of course. Like you cannot bring it into a Verd. It's just gonna cycle out too fast.
Okay. How about you, Mr. Sloth? Have you experienced Sekhmet, or what are your thoughts on Sekhmet currently at this day and age?
I don't have one.
Okay.
But I've seen a lot of segments with damage. People are running her with damage. I don't like them much. I don't like her like this. But DJ Brizo, do you like her the segment on damage? Or do you run her really tanky, I guess?
Well, I think you can go either way, but I think tanky is probably better. So it depends. If you're gonna bring a segment with no damage, with just supports, then it has to be on crit damage. But if you're bringing
Have you guys
damage
seen
behind
my
it,
segment? Do you guys see it or no? It's like way too blurry.
I'm trying to see it.
I think you can see plus 186 speed.
Yeah, I
Is
can
that
see that too. But I can see the HP.
It's on a crit damage build and plus 186 speed Despair Will.
That's
Sure.
disgusting.
My screen it says plus 18.
Oh yeah, just 18. Yeah, it's plus 18.
I cannot see it too clearly. I don't. Everybody's cam. Yours is not the good. So it doesn't look that the Discord server likes your where you're at.
Oh. Okay, never mind. I'll just take it off.
One thing I will note: never bring it into a Daphnis, because if you try to steal that Daphnis and you steal the buff and don't reset it, that thing is just gonna turn around and kill you.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, true.
The comeback's real.
Yeah.
That's really true, actually.
But mine's kind of outspeed a few Daphnis with speed lead. It's kind of funny.
Wait, Daphnis is with speed lead you outsped?
No. With speed lead on my side. Yeah.
Oh, I would hope that you outspeed Daphnis with that. Right?
Well,
Wait, is there any Daphnis at 300 speed? There's none without speed lead. I don't think so. The fastest one we saw is like, what's that? Like,
mine is plus 200.
everybody write that down. Fucking see that shit drafted up. Fucking no 200 plus 200. Fuck that shit, dude. Oh my god, like so turn 2.
I think though, like a
Holy
lot of
cow.
Japanese players have just been going like tank build though. Like they've just been going like high defense Daphnises on them, like will them.
Right, they utilize the
they bring a
shield
lot-
more, right? For sure.
Right. Well, like they bring it to like they think like people will pick Mina into it, right? Thinking they can kill it, and a lot of Japanese player put it on will nem, and then the nem, you know, when the cat hits it, it'll just push it up, and then it'll just nuke something.
True.
Yeah.
That's actually very true.
That's so crafty.
Yeah.
But I find that most Minas are at like around 280 range. So if you have a fast enough Daphnis, Mina doesn't really counter her that much.
Here
For
I
most
am
Mina.
thinking like just bring like a speed lead Okeanos, like right off the top of my head, right? They're thinking about wow, like 5 steps ahead. Oh, they're gonna bring the Mina to hit my Daphnis. Wow, that's crazy. The Japanese people, man.
They're next level, dude. They mind game you. Like, oh, Japanese flag
Whoa.
must be high defense Daphnis. But like 3 months from now, it's no longer high defense. It's high attack now. And now you're just mind fucked again, you know? All right,
I thought the Japanese people love cleaving.
they do, right?
Yeah, they do.
They do. I mean, that's where they made the Japanese cleave, and it's. I mean, people still do it. That's probably
Well,
the cleave
they-
I see the most, if anything, in the the C3G1's range.
They've kind of shifted to more like Bastet, Vela, Odin cleaves with like Vile Daphnis or Will Nem Daphnises. That's what I've noticed. Or Rockies. So it's not really the Draco, Garo stuff anymore. It's more the Vela, Bastet, Odin stuff.
I mean, it's smart
How you
too. That's
guys
why if you're a cleave player, I mean, your wings usually go by a little bit faster too. So it's kind of like that's probably why they do it, right? It might not be the best to climb, the most effective all the way to the top, but I mean, they're just trying to do their wings, you know. So
Yeah.
it's really really smart.
How are you guys building your Rockies?
Despair, standard damage bruiser with good defense. That's it.
Like
just like your segment, but probably not as fast. That's it. Taking that down and putting up a little bit more HP and
Stupid.
attack. That's
No,
it.
but like, is Swift a good build for Rocky? Have you guys tried it, or
Eh?
there's the way to go? I mean,
I
to
was
follow
actually
up
thinking
after a
about
damage
making her
deal,
Swift just now.
Huh?
I was actually thinking about trying Swift on her just now.
Yeah, I think Swift on her, it's like a viable build to
Yeah.
follow up after your armor breaker.
Who's
You
your
guys
armor breaker?
running her?
So you like a
on the
Lauren,
spare or
then
violent?
her right away, just to surprise him.
But Swift.
Swift Rocky is what they're saying.
No, but now you're running her on violent or on spare?
Despair's
Mine is
probably the most
violent.
common.
Despair. Yeah, mine's on despair right
Yeah.
now. But I think it's too slow. I don't know. I want to try it on like Swift.
Got it.
What's the speed? Is it like Ethnos as well? It's not, right? It doesn't get that speed, so it's like 104, 105, something like that, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
104.
104.
Good. Nice. It's in the vault.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, I look at that stuff all day. Interesting.
How about Caracas base speed? Don't know that, huh?
Yeah, maybe they'll change that. Right?
Dude,
We talked
Thompson.
about that last week.
Did you
What's
did you
up?
see the like idea I had for Croc last week in chat?
No,
I
what's
didn't
the
see that.
idea?
No, I didn't see it.
I
either.
have no idea.
What
how
if
to
they-
build her.
What if they just do so that Kraka can use her third skill on live allies as well?
Oh yeah, like a
Oh.
ventilate.
I think that would be cool.
Invincibility.
That would-
Yeah.
Yeah, invincibility and you reset their skill, so it's like a ventilate with invincibility.
No.
but on a way
What
higher.
if it's you think invincibility is good? What if they made it different? Like one is if it's alive, it's soul protect. And if it's dead, it's invincibility, or something like that. Something.
Yeah, that
different.
works too.
Yeah, something like that would be kind of cool.
But I like that where she could put it on an ally that's already alive, and then she has Shatter to like cycle into it anyways if she doesn't want to.
yeah, and the
revive.
cooldown's kind of long, right? So it's kind of fair to have like that because
Yeah.
it's longer than ventilate. I
Well,
think.
they'll have to shorten the cooldown. Come on, look at
No, I don't think
ventilate.
so.
Ventilate's like 3 turns.
No, they do not have to short the cooldown, dude. The S2 is a turn cycle. That's already your self cooldown, technically.
Ganymede's turn cycles. Okay.
What the
Yeah,
fuck?
you completely push back a turn for them. It's like pushing yourself up. You have to. Think
You
about
mean
it that way.
it's skill 3? Did you just say skill
Yeah,
what?
it's skill 3 turn cycle. So it's like
I mean, thing is, it makes it different from a ventilate anyways, because if you bring Kraka then with like a hat or something, then you still have the threat that they can't turn one kill your Hathor to like remove your sleep.
Dude, that's so scary
Then you
because
still have revive.
no, that
Do
makes it
you
good.
have a Karaka?
He doesn't.
No, I don't.
He doesn't.
You're just advocating for Karaka. You're an awesome person.
Yeah, he's also
I
advocating
mean-
for Han, which we're gonna talk about in a little bit too.
Yeah, Han needs a buff.
He has Han.
Even more so than Kraka. Nah, same level pretty much.
That's actually kind of nice though.
Very
Like
much
if you reset, because that means that when you bring Kraka in, she has like a lot of presence, because that's the first thing they have to reset now instead of whatever else they want to reset. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like when you have Gani in there, right? You're like, oh shit, I can't do anything because Gani's gonna ventilate anyways. So I have to play around that. Oh, that would be very, very interesting. I like that actually. For all those,
And I like it
Kraka
because it
players
doesn't
out there.
really change. It doesn't change it that much. It just gives her more like usability. It's still the same kit pretty much.
That means she still sucks.
No, I think she'd be very
No, I
usable
think-
in this meta. In this meta, she'd be pretty good in this meta, actually. Dude, do you really want to play against Tyranny's Kraka though?
I would rather play against Tyranny's Karaka than Tyranny's Vanessa, because you have a chance to get outsped.
But now, if you don't have immunity, you're running against bruisers on a slow pace with AoE defense break every 2 turns.
No. Well, okay. What's more scary, Tyranny's Daphnis Vanessa or Daphnis Tyranny's Karaka?
Daphnis, Tyranny's Kraka.
But what about
assuming your-
Ragdoll, Tyrannus, Kraka?
Assuming your opponent
Oh
outspeeds
my
you.
god.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait, I'm actually. I mean, from the change to the Kraka, I'm kind of biased. I feel like it might be actually scarier than the Vanessa, dude.
No, Vanessa's still scarier.
Yeah, I think
33%
Vanessa's-
speed.
yeah.
Oh,
God.
I forgot the
Speed
speed lead. I forgot the speed lead. I forgot the speed lead.
Ow, that's why.
Wait, but if you let them have the speed lead and they still have to they still have to reset your Kraka, aren't you still kind of in a good spot? It kind of protects your Daphnis by having Kraka on the field, does it not?
No, Vanessa's better. Okay.
The thing is, I don't think you can compare them. You can't compare
That's
Vanessa to any other unit directly.
That's true. That's true. Unless
like,
Kraka
every-
changes her speed lead to a speed lead. Unless Kraka's a speed lead now. Oh, so good.
Mind blowing.
I mean, I've never been a player that plays turn 1, so I wouldn't know. So I always advocate for turn 2.
Like
'cause
one
can't-
thing they
can't-
could
can't
add
win
to
turn
Kraka
1.
with that buff. One thing they could add along with that, if anything, is when something dies on the field, or like when one of your allies dies, maybe it goes down by 2 turn CD on your third.
What if it?
Something like
I
that.
There
like
we go.
the
There we
Bobble
go.
a lot.
I
What
like
if
the
it had-
ideas.
so
though. I
that
like
way-
the ideas.
Yeah.
What if it had
You're a
like the
good
dark
person,
demon
though, Bobble. I
passive?
just want to let you know that you're really.
What if it had like the dark demon passive, where if you kill something, it'll revive a unit?
For Kraka.
Yeah, for Kraka.
But then it would be like more of a damage dealer, right? Instead of a. I kind of like the idea where something dies and your revive goes down on CD.
Mm.
Because then it's like you can use it proactively, and then when
Okay.
something dies, it still gets lower CD.
Yeah, this is
I'm not
better.
sure. It's hard to answer.
What are your light and dark Nat 5s, Obabo?
I mean, those are in a weird spot because they're average, and I won't ever use them. And apparently, Comtess doesn't want to buff them either.
Like which one? Which one do you have?
I have Bella, Nigong, and Han.
Bella.
Those are the ones.
Bella.
I mean, we had a pretty good idea for Han.
Dark
Yeah,
Tide
we had a
Girl.
pretty good idea for Han the other time.
What's the Han idea?
Just can't target him. Can't target him. Like actually click on him. Can't target him unless he's the last one alive.
That's a little
Yeah.
bit.
Wow.
You guys-
No. You can still put debuffs. You can still AoE hit him. It's just you can't
get
single
it.
target click him. That's it.
That's
Yeah.
different.
Interesting.
Right? So I mean, if you're still cleaving or you're still using AoE skills, you're shattering, putting defense break, you're sleeping, you can still control him as long as it's an AoE. It's just can't be single target. That's it. And it kind of fits in with the ninja idea, right? He's a ninja, so
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
it's kind of cool, right?
If there's like if there's a theme, then it's cool.
Yeah, I stole the idea from an Epic 7 character though, which is a
Oh,
okay character.
is that character OP or no?
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
It's on defenses and it's good. It's good. It's not top tier, but it's top tier for sure. Okay, we're gonna move on to the next topic there. We talked about a lot of the recent changes, right? We got some opinions on some of the units as well. Towards the end, we'll probably come back to
there's
some more
one
buff
unit I want to
nerfs.
talk about.
Yeah, go ahead.
before,
Sure.
I will try this week. I'm kind of don't do much wings every day, but I want to try Louise.
Oh, yeah, you talked about it
Yeah,
last
yeah,
week. You did some testing last
On
week with
arcade.
In RTA, yes.
Yeah.
I think the best build for her is speed, crit damage, attack, but we'll see. Yeah. I know it's weird, but I'm gonna try it out. I wish I could show you guys my screen. Does it help?
Does anything scale on attack except for S1 in there? Why do you
Just
have it?
skill 1. Yeah, just skill 1. Only skill 1.
But most of the time she's potentially using skill 2, skill 3, so doesn't attack get not much benefit for her?
I really want to show you guys my Louise.
That's very interesting.
I'm gonna bring a Daphnis into him.
Yeah. Bring a tank Daphnis into him.
I'm gonna let Ragdoll through now.
Oh, hey, it's actually pretty good. The S1 pushes back attack bar too, right?
Yeah. Screen share. Okay.
You could try.
Hopefully
It's gonna be
this
hard
works.
to see. No, the Discord is actually blurry for you. That's
This is kind of like the build I want to put her on. Do you guys see it? No. Crap.
What is
Is
that
it
like?
working or no?
Just tell us. I see the attack's like 800.
It's like,
What's the HP and the defense?
30,000 HP, plus 800 attack, plus 1,000 defense, and plus 115 speed with crit rate, crit damage.
Okay, so it's like a little bit slower. What is it, Josephine? It's like a Josephine then, right?
Yeah,
But a little bit more
yeah,
attack
yeah.
than a Josephine. Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna try it out, just like the high attack, so it could kind of do something. I don't know, like crit damage healers and crit damage immunity are very like trendy. Has been really trendy for the past like 4 seasons.
I just don't understand you. Like when you're bringing her in, her job is to kind of like heal and maybe her S2. So like, how often are you utilizing attack? You know what I mean? Like crit damage, I don't know, but I don't know how often are you utilizing that attack, right? Your S1.
Yeah, that's why like it feels right to me, but I have to test it out. You know?
It feel wrong to me, bro. But
It
let me
feels
know.
right
Test
to
it out.
Okay,
I
yeah.
wanna see. When are you gonna queue in? What day?
Because like
Guys,
what I'm trying to say,
take
like,
note.
I get the skill 1. There's only skill 1, but like she has so much heal that if she doesn't do damage, she's so useless. You know what I mean? It's kind of like the Wusa scenario.
But she's already not gonna do that much damage because out of all the turns in a battle, she's not S1ing that often, is she?
I skill 1 with her sometimes, very often when I use her.
What rank are you
I
right
think
now?
we'll see.
Like what number? Like are you?
I'm rank 600. Okay.
All right. Anybody around the rank 600? What day are you queuing at? What time? Let's let all the.
I'm
You
just
guys
trying
want
to
some free
share.
points?
Like,
You guys
I
want
do
some free
wanna-
points?
I just want to share. Like, I do feel like crit damage Louise is the way to go, and
Test
she
it
just
out.
got buffed, and I just want to share with you guys. That's all.
No, test
I've
it out. Let me
seen-
know. Let me know.
Yeah.
I've seen one comp with it before. It was like a Verd, Louise, Odin, I think it was Vela. It is basically to counter Hathors.
Mhm.
Because there's just so much turn cycling and healing. It's just so hard to deal with.
Yeah.
But that's only
Thing
one
is-
time I've ever seen it.
How I feel about Louise, I faced her a couple times. I feel like it's more scary to have her move in front of certain units to be able to cleanse them. Instead
That's
of,
true. That's
having
true.
crit damage
Okay.
on skill 1.
Yeah, mine's is way too slow. Okay.
Were you thinking of pairing it with like a Molong or something?
No,
I mean,
my
something like that,
Molong
it
is like
even-
my Molong is like 270 speed.
No, I get it. No. You're pairing it with the Manadana, right? Because Manadana can't
my
kill.
God.
So then he's 1 HP, and then Louise with that tackle. Yeah.
Island
Oh,
Grown
I
is
got
playing
it.
with
I got
Molong.
it. It will fit. Shut up. All right, we'll move on to topic number 2. Some good discussions on some of the new units that got recently buffed and nerfed. Obviously, in the next couple weeks, we'll be hearing more, right? More people will be testing it. More people will be trying out new things. So we'll see, right? As this meta is slowly but steadily, shifting slightly, right? Ever so slightly. Not anything new to us though, but definitely shifting. So it's quite nice, quite interesting, I guess. And moving more towards units that can
Not me.
doesn't matter.
It's here.
It's okay. Everything all good? Anyways,
I don't know.
wait, what? Coronavirus?
Yeah, coronavirus, man. They shouting out, don't get out of your house, man.
Oh, did they really do that? That's crazy. I
Yeah,
heard. Really?
for real.
Wow. All right. Well, anyways, moving on to topic number 2 here. Topic number 2 is, like I said, units and shifting of meta. Are the new Second Awakens coming out? Now, it's still in speculation, right? I think Bagomon made a video and he, kind of deciphered it. I think he might have got it as well. And we looked at some of the eyes and it looks like the Hellhounds. So we are speculating Hellhounds and Griffins, right? What do you think about these Hellhounds and Griffins? About this new Second Awaken, if it actually comes out, or do you think it'll be something different than these Second Awakens? What are your thoughts?
I don't think they're gonna buff the ones that are already good, right? Like Bernard or Spectra's kind of decent too.
Yeah, those are the scary ones, dude. Like those are the fingers crossed.
But then the other 3, they kind of have passives, right? Well, at least the light and dark one has passive, and then the water one's kind of like Molong. I assume it's gonna be buffed like Molong or something like that.
I think we're gonna see like Dark Griffin, and then people are gonna pick Miho and Dark Griffin as like 2 solo units.
Oh my
Yeah.
god,
Kills everything.
that's toxic.
That's gonna be what's happening.
Oh yeah, because the
Stun
Dark
every
Griffin
single
can kind of solo too, right? Because of the stuns and the defense break.
Yeah.
That's right. Varys, right? I think is the name. Interesting. What if they just make him stun on every skill? Because right now he doesn't stun on S2, only S1s, right? So what if they just make him stun on every skill? That could be pretty toxic as well.
I'm not sure if that is. I mean, they have to give him something more as well. Then I think.
Yeah. What do you want? What are you thinking that might come out of that?
I think the light one's gonna be the best one because it has
Griffin.
the worst passive.
The Griffin.
So
What
they had
does
to
it do?
rework the whole monster.
What is his
right?
name? Shenron? What? I don't even know his name. But what
I
does it
have
do?
no
You
idea.
know?
Like Griffin.
Shaman. Shaman, I guess.
Shaman?
Yeah, I think so.
Shaman.
Shaman?
Shaman.
Shaman.
Which one's Shenron? One of them is Shenron. Okay. Anyways,
Isn't
what-
that the light collie?
I don't know.
No.
No, that's Shren.
That's Shred.
Oh.
Shenron is Dragon Ball Dragon.
Dragon, Dragon that gives wishes.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think he exists in Summoners War. But maybe
People were
there's.
talking about Bernard that he can increase more attack bar, but I think that's insane. You guys think that can happen? Like
More
40%?
attack bar is okay. It'll just be like a frigate with like extra 3 speed.
That's the thing.
That's the thing, though.
And
That's
with a
scary.
Speed buff.
What? Imagine if they gave it attack buff. How broken would that be?
Ow,
They're not
root
gonna
up
give
your
it attack
Lucians,
buff,
baby.
Or crit.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be great for, what is that, Guild Wars meta for
Everything's
sure and
possible.
everything.
Yeah.
You just
Ooh,
Bernard everything.
crit. Damn, crit buff on Bernard would be nice. I would use it in RTA.
No, that's not gonna
Yeah.
happen, Obambo.
Crit
Oh, for
buff?
you. 'cause-
Crit buff, attack buff, and speed buff with an increased attack
only-
gauge.
Yeah, only crit buff is fine. Thing is,
Obambo
crit
needs
buff
to
is
crit.
not easy. Yeah, I need the crit.
You know what? Fuck it. It gives attack buff. It gives crit buff. It gives speed buff. It boosts for more, and it strips like Tiana. There you go. Now you can do AOE cleave with Galleon or Lucian cleave. So good, dude. One unit does it all.
Obabo, Legend has it. Obabo crit is like 40% or 30%.
True.
No, it's actually
Obabo crit?
around. Obabo crit is like 60-ish range.
Oh,
Gross.
that's fine.
67.
A lot of my units are 60-ish. What the heck?
Yeah, I think it's fine, but that's like when it misses.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
something.
Yeah, 60-ish. 61, right?
And like Obabo crit also differs from unit to unit. Like if you have a Leica and you're at like 55 crit, then it's wrong. And like
It's
my
'cause you're
Juno
trying to
has,
push for other stats, so yeah.
yeah, like my Juno that was on Kenji's like just yesterday.
Mhm.
Yeah.
She's on 53 crit, and she
Oh,
soloed
what the heck?
4 units.
I don't
Damn.
think that's right, but okay. Wow.
That's the Juno.
Nice.
All right, so
What about your Verd? Is your Verd like 60 crit?
60 crit Verd.
Nah, Verd is he's on trip revenge now, so he's at 100.
Oh, nice.
I don't know what triple revenge meant there, but sure. has no,
But he has like
has no relationship
130
to your crit rate, but sure. Okay. Going back to the Second Awakens. Anything else? Like, I'm kind of excited to see maybe the Hellhounds because I think the people are not sure what it's gonna be guaranteed, but it looks like the eyes look like really like Hellhounds, so I don't see how it's not gonna be Hellhounds.
It looks like Hellhounds to me too.
Yeah. So what about Tark then? Tark might make a little bit of a comeback. That thing's fun,
What
dude.
is Tark's speed?
It's
What if it
116 or something.
Yeah,
I think.
116. Yeah,
It's
with,
really high.
with the team up. With the
Whoa.
team up.
Yeah, with the team
Team
up.
up with 3 people.
3 people. Yeah. 3 people
Yeah,
team up.
Imagine that. With a Lauren and Vertihile meta.
I hope they give us back Devilmons from Rock at least.
Why?
That's all.
Why? But Ryok's so strong, dude. Ryok gets that additional turn. That's the big thing on Ryok, dude. You kill something and you
No,
get to
I
go
like
again.
I like Tark more in that case, since you have so much higher base speed.
What about
And you also have the speed scaling skill too. Like his
115
squall.
base speed. 115 base speed. Wow.
Yeah,
That's pretty
115.
nice. And I think it's speed scaling too. Damage. Speed scaling damage on like S2.
Yeah, it is.
Something like that.
what about Shumar? Do you think Shumar would be good if they gave it a 2A?
Is that the one
Yeah,
that's
Shamar would.
insanely
dark-
fast?
Depend on the stats. Depend on the stats.
Yeah,
yes.
the Dark Hellhound. Yeah.
Oh,
I think Shamar would be like a. It would be like a dark Mina, kind of.
it's only
probably a
one
little bit
bite
less
though.
Can be.
It's only one bite, so that bite better do
Yeah,
like,
less
insane
damage,
amount of
but more speed, I guess.
no elemental
Mina.
disadvantage too. So that's big. That's any target, not just
That's
you
the
know,
one
fire
with the
units.
passive, right?
Yeah, the really fast one with the passive. And you
Uh,
can't prevent that passive either, right? Going into battle, there's no oblivion when turn 1 begins. So
It's kind of like the Light Beast Rider, that passive a little bit.
that passive's
exactly. It's
stupid,
the same
though.
thing, right?
That passive's so good.
HP goes down, speed goes up.
Mhm.
Hey, Obabo, you can run Tark,
Yeah.
Relk, and Lisa.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
The perfect team up.
As long as you have a Verd in there, because they're gonna reduce each
Yeah.
other's team up, and then you can do it every single turn.
Wait, that's gross. You can just team up the team up. That's disgusting. Wait, I'm gonna do that
Yeah.
in Guild Wars at the very least.
No,
That's
You,
disgusting.
you know what would be funny? You have Sierra, and then you have each one go after Sierra. So it's like Sierra,
Oh.
Rogue goes first, brings up Sierra, and then the Lisa brings up Sierra, and then another monster brings up Sierra.
Bomb, 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 bomb,
Bomb,
bomb, bomb,
bomb,
bomb.
bomb.
True. Very true. Anything else in there that might be of interest? Or did you think it was gonna be anything else besides Griffins and Hellhounds then from the speculation so far?
Dude, I just want to see the Drunken Masters, man.
Same.
I don't even know if it's possible, man.
Same.
It's gonna break the defense meta, I guess. Imagine the light, dark Drunken Master, the wind one. You guys think it will impact the RTA? Or
I
maybe
think
not?
they're good.
No, I think they're really good with higher base stats on all of them, and the kits that they eat, just the kits that they have right now. Not even whatever bonus they get. They fit in a little bit to the meta right now. How it's like kind of slow, you know what I mean? And their S ones ignore defense, so it's always
They
consistent
got low key
damage.
buffed.
Yeah, dude.
They got low key. They got like silent. They got buffed. Yeah.
Yeah. That would be very interesting, but I don't think so. They're gonna try to hit a lot of the units that we were very familiar with when Summoners War first came out, right? Lots of Tarks, even Seek. I mean, Seek just buffs though, but Seek was used quite a bit old school, right? Fire Hellhound as your attack buffer. So there's quite a few units they're hitting with that. Spectra, even though Bernard's still used, Bernard. So they're trying to hit those feels units first. I want to see like Amen and some of those other units as well being potentially buffed up first. So.
I've heard a lot of like Minotaur as well. There could be Minotaurs.
Oh,
Yeah,
you think
they're
this
great.
one could be Minotaurs? This
But the eyes look like hellhounds more than minotaurs. So I don't know.
yeah.
Eyes. The chinky eyes.
What? All right, moving on to topic number 3 here. So we got the Second Awakens coming out. My speculation is probably another couple weeks until they announce Second Awaken, because usually, and they said it's supposed to be every 4, okay? Every 4 months they're supposed to be releasing it. So we'll see. We'll see. All right, moving over to topic number 3 here. Topic number 3. It's a random question that I wanted to throw out to you guys. FRR is coming up again next week. What are your tips, or how do you guys approach FRRs when you guys do it? And what are tips to like some of the players that are approaching FRR that are coming up?
I think every day is like FRR for all of us now because it's all free. Yeah.
True. Very true. Very true.
Yeah.
What about from the majority of the other parts of your account? Like, what's the best way to kind of approach it, in your opinion?
If you really want to hit like a number, then download your JSON and plug it in and go attack, crit damage attack, and slot in rage and will and see what you get out of it,
Might be asking the wrong person here how to rerun the rest of their account besides RTA.
No, like if you're trying to make a Balgir or whatever, just put it in JSON and type it up and it'll pop out.
True.
You gotta have if you want to rune removal, you have to use the optimizer. It's just the way. You don't have it, get a friend that to help
That's
you.
That's what I do.
Yeah. I was serious. I wasn't joking.
I guess that's very true. I guess besides the majority of the population that's probably gonna try to like rerun for like Guild Wars and like other dungeons. For the most part nowadays, the way people FRR, I mean, especially for RTA, is just on the daily. right? Whenever you're getting upgrades on the daily and the weekly, you're just making changes and adjustments, right?
Also, another advice for people that's doing FRR is not what you do before FRR, is make sure after FRR you're familiar with all your runes, like start deleting all the stuff you don't use, you know, all your rare runes or whatever that's really bad, and just clean up your runes. So because you're always farming and always doing stuff, make sure you start deleting everything, you know, the runes that you don't use, because everyone hoards. It's everyone's problem.
Isn't that kind of annoying though? Like when you're rerouting an RTA, you're taking things off, and then you're like, ah, crap, can't delete it. I gotta remember this one, and then you gotta go out and then go delete it from the other rune management, right? Because you can't shift anything from the RTA one. That's
but the thing is, the runes in the RTA, there's no limit. But for non-RTA, like if you're just farming, you have like 700 limit or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you still have to clean up for the regular one, or you have to make a lot of dupes and put it on the dupes and put it in your story. Right. But there's a limited space for that too. So just make sure you clean up your runes after rune removal. And I like doing it after rune removal because I don't see the importance of runes till after I rune removal. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
So sometimes, okay, go for it. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, like,
he was agreeing with you. Yeah.
If you sell runes before you ruin your stuff, you don't know if you would actually need one of those runes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, even if it's like
sometimes
not
like
as good rune, right?
Yeah, like sometimes a crit rate 17, attack 18, you know, flat defense, and then HP 6%. It doesn't seem useful, but it's actually really good when you plug it into optimizer. So like I just suggest everybody to start deleting runes after they use the optimizer. That's what I do.
Okay.
And upgrade runes before using the optimizer.
True. What's your strat on gemming and grinding too, though? Like, what's your process? Because, you know, gemming and grinding is great. It improves your runes, but, bro, it messes up your speed tuning on certain units, man. Some people specifically have things not grind for speed and whatnot because they can't right now.
For me, I have like a book, and I like write in the runes I need to like the slots I need to upgrade for for stuff like that. So it's
damn Daniel. Okay, all right. Yeah, so if you want to be a G3 player, man, you gotta like, always work harder. You gotta do more.
You can write it down.
What's that?
You can just type it up. You don't have to like go out of your way.
True. Like an Excel spreadsheet or something like that. Right?
Yeah.
Super simple, just to kind of give you key reminders. I think what people try to do right now is people try to, like, you know, plus their runes at a certain number, and that's an indicator to them, right? Like they plus it to like 13 or 14, you know, for the 135s or whatnot, and then they kind of know, oh, this is a re-up, or oh, this needs this grind or whatnot. They're making indicators. So again, I'm gonna suggest that come to us. Too. What's that? You do that?
I do that too.
Yeah, because it's so annoying,
14,
right?
I have to react it.
Yeah, because you can't tell, right? So I'm a huge advocate, and I'm gonna say it again here. Come to us, please give us markers, man. Like, I would keep saying it, bro. Just give me a dot, give me a circle, give me a square, give me a triangle, man, and let me put it on my runes however I want. So while I'm looking at it in the box, I can see that shape, and I already know. You know what I mean? I can indicate on my runes what is what, right? And let me do whatever I want with it. I need that, man. I need that, and I don't see any disadvantage of doing that except for the actual implementations of it. So
the thing is, I think it's a pretty good idea, but I also think they don't want to clutter the UI too much for newer players, because if there's a lot of different things that they don't know what they are, and there's a lot, they're probably gonna get a bit turned off by the game.
True. It could just be a feature on the side that you can put on. It's not something that's already on. You know what I mean? Like,
Bubble brings up a good point. People do like simplicity. Like, I was playing Dota for like 4 years, and all of a sudden LOL came out. I'm like, no way anyone could like LOL. It's so boring. It's so easy. But then everyone loves LOL. So yeah, simplicity is good.
Yeah, I LOL at that statement there. Anyways, LOL is so easy. This guy challenges me to league and doesn't even want to play, dude.
Whoa, don't even go there. You challenged me first. You started it.
You hosted me, and you're like, and then you had everybody spam. Oh, let's challenge you to League of Legends. Yeah, you attacked
me first.
No.
I don't want to argue with you. I'm just gonna agree to disagree.
No, you're gonna agree to agree. That's what you're gonna do, buddy. You're gonna agree to agree.
Sure. I also played a lot of Dota, and I was like, I also hated on League for being so easy and everything. But now I play League, and I think it's very different in how the skill expression is. Because in League, it's way more like how your mechanics are, with your like micro play. Meanwhile, Dota is way harder for the macro, like how we play the map and stuff.
Yeah.
But maybe that's not
Dota,
really a
or-
topic for this.
I don't know
I don't
because
mind, I
like
don't mind tangents. It's fine.
because like Dota. Okay, last hit. Let's not talk about last hit. But let's just talk about the heroes. There's like Chen. There's like Meepo, and there's like monsters that require so much hotkeying and microing. But how about
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of characters that are really.
Yeah, there's a
like-
lot of
like
hard characters
super
like
hard.
that in Dota.
Uh-huh.
But if you compare them like the whole roster to the whole roster of League, then League is more mechanical, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, like, 'cause,
Since
like
you could say that Dota has
Wow.
way more items to use as well, but that's the feel that I have after playing it.
yeah, like Ophelios. I mean, Ophelios just has so much stuff. Like Zoe, like
Really,
yeah, they do like all weird things at weird circumstances. That's why.
I play League and I use this guy called Warwick. All I do
Holy
is run
shit,
up to
that's like the
someone-
most mechanical intensive one. Holy fuck,
All I
dude.
do is run up to someone, push R, and they're dead.
No, no, yeah,
It's
yeah.
so easy.
Okay, if that guy's easy for you, you get the whole game down, dude. Have you ever
Oh,
tried
okay.
Garen or Ashe? Those
Those
guys are
are
even
crafted,
more
man. I'm telling you,
intensive, dude.
LOL is
Holy
really
fuck,
easy.
this guy's actually this guy's nuts.
Fine.
I'm sorry, dude. I'm just moving on you. I have no idea on Dota. I have a respect for Dota though. I've watched some Dota gameplay and whatnot. It's hard. I have no idea what the fuck's going on. The only thing I know about Dota is that you're supposed to kill your opponent and give them gold, right? I think that's what you're supposed to do.
You can deny the creeps.
I heard that's a BM or something. That's like the only BM I know in Dota or something like that. It's like kill him and you give him gold.
And like that's also one thing that I like to talk about because everyone's saying that there's denying in Dota, but since there's no
Yeah.
denying in League, you have to play your lane a whole different way because if you hit a minion too much, then you're gonna fuck up your whole wave state. and you're
Yeah, I
gonna
agree
get
with that.
Yeah.
The towers are different too. The damage and you
You
have
know,
to
I'm
control
actually
your
curious.
lane
I'm actually
different
curious
ways.
sometimes, because I know we're all gamers, right? Sometimes if we have discussions about some other games and whatnot, because I mean, this is but for anything. Like our podcast, you know, are mainly Summoners War, but we talk about anything, man. Like I have no problem.
Dude,
talking about
I, I just drifted.
I used to hate League of Legends, man.
Hmm.
I used to hate and I love Dota. When I play League of Legends, it's just simple, but not as much. The map is different. You have different iterations. You gotta play as a team. I think in a different way. It's not the same
Okay.
as Dota.
You know what they
It's
should make a
totally
video
different.
on? They should like you know those big YouTube channels. They need to make a video on top pros in League try Dota and top pros in Dota try League. Yeah, and see which ones end up doing better. You know what I mean? That would be cool to see. That would actually be cool to see, right?
Yeah, it would.
People with different mechanical skills and trying out the opposite games. I would watch that video in a heartbeat, dude. I would watch that video in a heartbeat instantly. Like imagine Faker going and playing like Dota and seeing if he can dominate or not, pick up the game instantly. Because that'd be super cool actually. Anyways, moving on to the open discussion here. We still got about 5-10 minutes, right? So if there's anything you want to bring up, any discussion you want, let's go to talk about it, right? Could be Summoners related, doesn't have to be. I mean, I think the big topic that a lot of the world is talking about right now is, I don't know if you guys have heard, but there's this virus going around called the coronavirus. It's kind of
Do explain.
yeah, coronavirus. So I heard that it originally derived from the actual manufacturers of the Corona beer, and no, I'm just kidding. But it's kind of crazy, right? That we can have this random topic of coronavirus, and it actually pertains to everybody in the whole world right now. That very seldomly do events that happen like affect the whole entire world, man. It's actually kind of nuts. Yeah, actually kind of nuts. So I hope you guys are doing good in your quarantine. Yeah, staying home, playing League, Dota, and Summoners War, I guess. One thing of interest though is there's some other mobile games I play. Like I played Raid Shadow Legends as well. I actually actively play it every day, and they did something cool. Like on the weekend, I thought it was a nice gesture by them. What they did was they made a public announcement about like the coronavirus and stuff. So because of that, we know you guys are staying home. So they said, you know what, let's give you guys energy. They gave 2,000 energy to all the players for the weekend. I thought that was kind of cool.
Nice.
Right?
Yeah.
I think Summoners War should do something like that too, right? Not an event, but
Yeah.
just address it.
It's not crystal.
Yeah.
It's energy.
Just energy,
Yeah,
right?
I like that.
It's a free PR
Yeah.
moment. It's a moment to look good and have a good PR,
Mhm.
right? Just give
Yeah.
out some energy, let people do some farming, right? I think that'd be great. I think that'd be
Double
super
rate
great.
drop.
Is 2,000 energy equivalent to like Summoner's War 2,000 energy, or is completely different? numbers?
2,000 energy is a little bit less because some of the
Okay.
runs cost like more than what Summoners War does.
Okay.
So maybe like 1,000 energy in Summoners War would be a lot. That would be considered a lot in Summoners already. As a free 2,000 energy, how much money is that? 100. That's like 300 crystals. that's kind of a lot to them for them to give the whole population.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
yeah, or like,
I like
some
it.
kind of farming event, like just be like, hey, we got the 1+1 dungeon coming out for the whole week. Every day you log in, we'll give you one, like a booster for this week,
But-
because we know you guys are
But
staying home
also,
farming.
the new Tableau event gives you a lot of stuff too. Like you
Oh,
roll
yeah,
the
true.
dice 3 times, and you could get a lot of stuff from that,
Yeah,
like 100 energy or
It's like 10k
50,000
mana, 10k
mana
mana,
stones, yeah.
10k mana. Yeah, I know.
okay.
50k mana, 50k mana, 50k mana.
Yeah, it's like 50k. It's not 10k, but I'm just beaming. But yeah, that'd be cool if they did some kind of gesture like that and be like, hey, yeah, we understand that staying home is important, so here's some energy to farm or do dungeons while you stay home. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah.
You have to ask Bizzle how's his situation. He lives in a hot area.
Oh, in Washington?
Oh, is that a
Yeah.
hot area? I didn't know that. Is it hot?
That's where it started.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
so-
the first case in the U.S.
It's like the mecca of
Yeah.
Corona.
Well, I mean, I'm okay. Well, New York is worse now, but like Seattle was like the beginning. It's where like the nursing home had the huge outbreak or whatever, and like the economy here is like going really bad, and I live in like the busiest part of Seattle, and so Seattle's a major city for people who don't know. I don't see anybody out at all right now. It's a ghost town. I live in like the party city, and it's like there's nobody out.
That's crazy, dude.
Like, and like even like Amazon. So I live like right near Amazon, like 5 miles away from the warehouse, and normally stuff comes like within the day that I ordered. Now it's like a month, 3 weeks. I'm like,
Wow.
it's crazy.
Yeah, they're backed up, dude. They're super backed up right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I just wanted an iPhone charger cable because I'm gonna be home all day, and I can't even get that. It's like a month. I was like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, I heard they're hiring a lot of people in Amazon because they're so backed up with all the orders that everybody's doing, right? Because they provide so much services, which is great, but now everybody's trying to take advantage of that service right to your door, right? Anything you want.
Yeah, and my fiance actually works at a hospital in the city, and they're expecting it to get real bad real soon.
Yeah, that's crazy. How about you, Mr. Sloth? You're in Brazil, right?
Yeah.
How's the
Brazil.
situation where you're at right now?
First week, no one could go out of home. Everyone's on the beach.
Everyone's on the
beach.
what?
Beach.
The beach.
Okay,
Bitch.
gotcha.
Not bitch.
I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I'm not
Everyone's
trying to
got a
make a
bitch now.
joke. I'm just sorry. I'm sorry. I just want to understand. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Everyone was out.
Guys, don't worry. Mr. Slot has a very good sense of humor. Okay, trust me. I
Out
chill
on the
all the
beach.
time. So
All right, sorry. Everyone's on the beach.
gotcha,
Alright?
gotcha.
So everyone's there. Brazil, they're not used to it. I don't know about the other countries in the world, but we're not used to it. Here, we talk to people like we hug each other every single time. So it's a hard pace for everyone in here. Really, really hard. That's why the car was shouting out, please stay at home, because people don't think like I'm gonna pass this to someone else and those things. People are like, I don't know.
So it's taken
Not-
really serious.
not our culture.
How do you go out to get groceries? You can still go out for groceries, or you got to just order everything. How does that work?
Yeah, we can go out. We can still go out.
But just essential stuff, right? Basically.
Yeah,
Wow.
market and those things.
That's crazy, man. That's actually so crazy. Yeah, the world is. This definitely goes down in history, man. I mean, there hasn't been something this big in a while, right? This is a world history kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes there's incidents and world events that happen in certain areas of the world, and we remember it, even though it might not pertain to our country. But this is the whole world, dude. Yeah, actually, pretty insane. All right, here's another topic. Back to Summoners War here, but what do you think about a battle pass? Like I've seen a lot of games release battle passes. E7 has it. Raid Shadow Legends has it. What do you think? Battle passes definitely doesn't bring like insane money to the company. It does to a certain extent, right? But usually they're cheaper, and then you get like an insane amount of resources. Usually like 10, 20, 30, 50 fold resources for the price of the battle pass. What do you think about battle pass in Summoners War?
What's a battle pass? Explain it. Like, what is it?
Oh, so
for,
like
for
it's like in Fortnite and stuff too. Like it's a battle pass is like kind of like a transaction that it's like a package that you can buy, and as you're playing the game, it levels up. And as you're hitting different levels, you're getting rewards. Like you get scrolls in Summoners War. You get scrolls, you get skins, you'll get random rewards. So that's basically what it is. So you play to level it up. It's basically a free package that you buy, and then you just play the game and you get stuff. I don't know.
You have to spend money to get it.
Yeah, you'd have to spend money to get it. Yeah.
my wallet, man.
No.
Usually it's cheap, dude. Usually it's cheap.
Oh, really?
Like usually it's
I mean-
like a good value thing. Like like you buy it for like I don't know. I forgot how much the Fortnite one was, but like or even the E7 one. But when you buy it, it's like 10, 20, 30 bucks. But then there's like hundreds of dollars of stuff in there. So it's like insane.
So
value.
basically, the more you play, the better rewards.
yeah. Fortnite was $10. Yeah, that was nuts.
I think that's good.
Well, you only play it one time. You only pay it one time.
Yeah, one time for that battle pass, and then when you complete it, you get the stuff. But I think it's a good time if they were to release it to release more the more skins, right? They could do more cosmetics with it and some resources, right? But more cosmetics. And I was hoping that they would do it and maybe release emotes for RTA. I think that would be cool. I think it'd be a good time to allow for that. I would be more than down to get those emotes and buy a battle pass for it.
I like the idea of emotes. I've been playing Dota Auto Chess a lot, and all you can spam is emotes, and it's kind of fun.
Okay. I guess. What?
Should we talk about like Calibria?
Yeah, sure. If you want to bring up Calibria, go ahead. Yeah, talk about it. So
Right, it's not doing too good, right?
yeah, it's not doing too good. So I talked about my thoughts already in the past. Like the moment Calibria came out, I did some research on the company and I did some research on the game. I think it brought in some great ideas for a mobile game, but it definitely was a cash grab from the beginning, right? Absolute cash grab. As well as if you guys didn't hear about the drama last week, I messaged Jubego at the beginning of the week, messaging him, letting him know that hey, they're using your face inside Facebook ads. And then I sent him the screenshots for it.
Stitches?
Yeah, I sent him screenshots of it, and then he was like, "Oh, what the heck?" And then he just made a video recently this weekend, talking about it, addressing it, and saying that he's not gonna play anymore because they did that. That's kind of messed up, man. You're not really.
Yeah, it is messed up.
It just goes to show you that company. You know what I mean? That company I already knew was this. I think I did the research. It's some Chinese company, Chinese-based company, and a lot of them they just like to do a big cash grab is what they do. It's the same companies I always say that make those Pokemon gachas that you see. They're all not legit. But they make it anyways because I think there's some kind of law in China. It's hard to like prosecute them because they're in China or whatnot. So you can't really prosecute them and do much, to be honest. So, yeah.
It's crazy how like Flaw said if he liked that game because you could rune removal for free on podcast, and then a week later you could rune removal for free in RTA.
Is it a direct correlation though? Hard to say, man. That they would agree and implement that quickly. But
they also rushed out a balance patch that has never happened before. I wish there's like a balance patch every 2 months.
You know what I think happens though? When games like Calibria get released, right? And we hype it up and we talk about it, right? Just talking about the game, they play the game. You'd be a fool to think that developers not playing all the mobile gacha games out there. They're playing it and they're seeing what aspects are good about it. So we do have to thank Calibria actually. Yeah, and Flaw for that, to be honest.
Thank you,
right.
Flaw. Thank you, Calibria.
By the way, he wants to join some more podcasts, so we'll be bringing Flaw back maybe next week.
But
or something like
will his face be there, or would I have to kiss?
We'll see. We'll see. I mean, his stream's been working with his face, so hopefully it turns on. Hopefully it works.
Yeah. What the heck, Bizzle? What's going on?
I don't know. I've been trying this entire hour trying to fix it. And I just
don't know the rule. You gotta at least kiss me if you're gonna have your face like that.
Oh, I'm sorry. How about a fist bump?
All right, but can we talk about like Janna and Jaeger nerf?
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Kind of thing.
Wow, he said
Double
shit.
head check.
I feel like those two are really overbearing right now, especially this season.
Which one
Okay.
more so?
How do you feel about? I mean, like Janna is mostly fine, but I still think that it's weird that she only has one act check
Yeah, I agree.
on her third skill. I feel like that would be a quick fix. To just make it 2 act checks like every other skill.
So every time you miss your strip stun, you just times it by 2 now, Thompson, and that's what it's gonna feel like after the change.
I understand.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't it weird that such a strong skill just has 1 compared to every other skill like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it is the same for like Juno and Pra's second skill as well. With the dots, if you strip, they turn to dots without act check. But that's not as noticeable. But I think they should fix that as well. Maybe.
What if when Gianna stripped it left dots so you can't get Hathord?
Yeah,
I mean,
What
John
if
is just
when
bombing
Gianna
everyone.
strips, he turns them into bombs.
Hey, Wait, but what if she actually did that? But it's a two check. I mean, that might still be too strong though, but
So good.
Actually, that would be a 3 check because it would be a strip, a bomb, and a dot, right? I don't know
Yeah.
what's the dot with it. Wait a minute, I don't know about that. But what about Jaeger? So I mean, there's a lot of people using Jaegers, right? Everybody's like, oh, the Jaeger ragdoll users, right? I mean, there's a lot of them out there.
I'm sure that Jaeger is stronger than Ragdoll right now. How do you
For
guys
sure.
feel?
Definitely. I can't kill Jaeger, man. I don't have a deafness. I don't have an Odin. Dude, that revenge
Yeah, I think
destroys me every single time.
All you
yeah,
have to do is
bad.
just control the Jaeger. Oh, wait a minute.
You can't. And you keep stacking him every single time.
It's okay, just leave him for
I hate
last.
that guy.
Oh, wait a minute.
So double standard. Jaeger is so double standard.
Yeah.
So how you like to nerf Jaeger, Obabo?
Yeah.
Thing is, they gave him like 250% attack for free. And I feel like they either have to make it.
So you
A
making
bit
them
harder
pay
for
now?
us.
It's like $9.99 per stack, or how much you gonna make them pay now? So it's not free.
What happened?
All right, DJ got my joke. Thanks. All right, better than your joke earlier that nobody got. Oh, Bobble. Never mind. Keep going. Sorry.
Yeah, I guess. But yeah, I feel like 250 with how easy it is to stack, it's a little bit too much.
Yeah, it stacks
The
really
thing
quick.
is,
Really
They
quick.
either have to make it a bit harder to stack, or they have to like turn it down to 150. Because 250 is like more attack than if you would run attack with like 30% attack sub on the other runes. You're getting like more attack than that for free, if I'm correct.
How fast
Yeah,
is it stack
A
again? Like
little
the
bit less.
interaction?
Like if you have 20% on the other 3 runes, that's pretty much what he gets.
Wait, how fast does he stack? Like, what's the interaction exactly for Jaeger again?
As
When
soon
he's-
as you hit an ally, gets 1 stack, and if you like AoE something, he gets full stacks.
Okay, so what if his stacks disappear after S2, or a stack disappears after a hit he attacks? I don't know. It still goes just as fast though, still, right? It still gets. By the time his next
Yeah.
turn, he still has it again, right? Never mind.
But it's better.
Fizzle is a Jaeger user, so we can ask Fizzle like, what's a good idea for
True.
Jaeger, or if Jaeger's just fine.
I think it's fine. I mean, everyone was calling for Gani Hathor kind of counter, and it's not a full counter, but it at least helps. And now you want to revert it is kind of weird. But well, because now you have Gani.
It's not a revert,
right?
it's like a balance. Because right
Okay.
now he's getting so much for free.
But I think it's like a good counter to like Gianna. It's it's a very good counter to Gianna. It's also a good counter to Hathor. I think it's kind of fine the way it is. I know like the way I deal with Jaegers is I just poke him. I don't give it stacks. I mean sometimes you cannot help it, right?
Yeah, but the weird thing is, he also punishes you for hitting him. Because
Yeah,
of his
that's-
revenge now as well.
That's true.
So it's a little bit weird for me with that unit. Because right now I would definitely say like Gianna is the rank 1 LD. Then it's Jaeger, and then it's probably Ragdoll or Yanhong. And then Nephthys, I would say. That would be my top 5.
Who's 1 and 2?
Gianna is number 1, and then Jaeger number 2. Then it's Ragdoll and Yanhong, like shared place.
Okay.
Thompson and DJ Bizzle would probably both disagree from each other. They'd probably swap 1 and 2 in depending on who you ask.
I think John is number 1 in my
You see? It's Thompson. What do you think's number 1? I'm assuming you're probably gonna say Jaeger.
Karaka.
Relax, dude. Relax. But that would be nice. What about a 10 stack? A 10 stack of 25 per stack, and then it resets on hit. I don't know.
Wait, do you
No,
mean that
10
he
stack
needs
is
to-
fair. 10 stack is just
Or
be
just
like
10
a-
stack. Maybe not even reset when he attacks. Just 10 stack it. I don't know. Because by the time the battle goes, the way the meta is, I mean, you're going to get 10 stack anyways, right? So it's more about, how much you want to let him have, I guess. Not how fast. I don't know. Because how fast really doesn't make too big of a difference, does it? It's going to stack up fast anyways, no matter how many you put. So it's just how much attack you want to let him have is the bigger question.
Since we're on this subject, I don't want it to go away. Who's your top 5? Sloth, and then Brian, and then I'll go. How's that?
All right. Number 1, Gianna. Number 2, Jaeger. Better. Ragdoll, and Archimia.
Okay,
How
about you?
Light and dark.
Brian.
Number one's like Kraka. Number two is Laura. Number three is Han. Number four, for me personally, right? Because lately, we did a bunch of RTAs last week. Actually, on stream, I got kind of tilted and we were having some fun with it, so I got caught away. I was like, it always starts with I'm gonna do one wing, and it just ends up being like 2 hours. But yeah, I did some wings, and I just don't like playing against Ragdoll, right? I mean, I think Gianna is still pretty annoying stuff, but I just don't like playing against the Ragdolls. I don't like them being picked, so I think Ragdoll's really strong. I think Gianna's really strong up there. Who else is there? I didn't get to play against a lot of Patars, right? So maybe in the C3 G1s, it's not that many Patars, but not many Patars. So, I mean, I know he's strong, though. Yeah, so Patar is definitely up there. Not many Nefties. Didn't see a lot of Nefties picks, but I know she's strong as well. But Yunhong. Yeah, I did see a couple of Yunhongs when I did some off-stream as well. So Yunhong's up there as well. So it's different, I think, by the rank and what you get matched between.
Yeah.
But Ragdoll for sure. Like, I just put Ragdoll at the top because it's just so hard to play still.
For my top 5, I think it matters a lot with your runes. Like if you just don't have the runes, there's just no way you can make a Young Hong good. You know, if you don't have the runes, there's just no way to make a Gianna good. There's just no way. So like, but my top 5 is like when you start the game, you really want these units for RTA, and your runes not that good in your mid range, like Jaeger, Ragdoll, Pater. They're just like your runes don't have to be that good, and you could be really good, right?
Yeah.
But if your runes are really good, of course, like you start using the speed, the crit rate, and all the other stats that they need. Then Young Hong, Gianna, Nefties, they could be really, really, really powerful if you have the good runes for it. So my top 5 is probably be Jaeger, Ragdoll, and then Gianna.
Is it in order? This is in order, right? This is in order.
Yeah.
Okay.
I still think Jaeger Ragdoll is just awesome. Maybe because I don't have it, grass is green on the other side, but Jaeger Ragdoll for sure. And then Gianna's number 3, and Pater, and either Artemil, Nefties, probably number 5. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't really think about.
And then
Artemil
number
too
6 and 7, there's like Viva Chels and Young Hong. Pretty good too.
You put Yunhong down at number 7-ish next to like Vivicho?
I mean, like before Pater Ragdoll, before Pater Ragdoll Pater, yeah.
I feel like she enables so much stuff though.
Yeah, but like she requires really good runes. You know what I mean? Like you need really good runes.
I mean, assuming everybody's ranked, they're probably putting their best Bruiser Vial set on her. So to a certain extent,
and it needs crit damage, it needs HP.
The best Vial Bruiser set, basically, right?
Yeah.
So
it's hard to get that set, you know. I don't have many of that set myself. So.
All right. Yeah, I didn't think about Artemil, but I don't feel as scared. I don't feel as scared against Artemil still. But I think he's better in this.
Yeah, Artemil got nerfed like pretty hardcore.
Well, I think mostly nerfed because there's just ways to respond to it. You know, when you have
the
ways
armor
to
breaks.
respond, it feels more comfortable to play against it. I think
and it's not just armor breaks, but the free to play armor breakers, like the Elucias and the Lorens. You know, they're just like everyone has them.
Yeah,
I think Viva Shell and Arda are pretty similar on the tier list. I think they're above like Tianlang, Leona, but below Gianna, Ragdoll, Jaeger, and those.
I put Artemil a little bit higher only because like he uses a rune set. Like if everybody's always in swap and always removing their runes around, you'll understand how important it is for a unit to not use runes that requires other units to use. Like a Hathor set, another unit that comes out just like Hathor, is hard to have multiple Hathor sets, you know? Yeah. So like Artemil, he uses a set that no one uses. Like if you summon Artemil, you can use them the next day. But you summon Young Hong, you have to farm for like a year for Young Hong runes, you know? It's tough.
Yeah, but I mean, but my argument was that no matter who has a Young Hong, irrespective to their rank, that's going to be their best rune set that they have on it. So it's going to work. Right? They're in Fighter, it's going to work with that rune set that's in Fighter. If they're in Conqueror, it's going to work in that. If they're in G1, it's going to work. Because that's, like, out of all the units on their account, that one's going to get, like, most of the love. Right? It's high priority for sure. That's why I think Yun Hong should be a little bit higher, is what I would say.
You won't get the benefits out of it. You're going to eventually queue in with, like, a G1 or G2 player, and your Young Hong gets outsped. And you're like, oh, man,
right, but
like, Young Hong's not that powerful anyway.
My argument to you was that Yun Hong should be higher because I think she enables units. And your argument back to me was because you don't think she's higher up because she needs better runes. But
Really
I don't
good
know.
runes,
I don't
yeah.
know if that's a valid argument to what I'm saying, right? Because
Okay.
I'm talking about her skill set,
Fair enough.
right? So,
Fair enough. Yeah.
So does that change your mind a little bit, and that it makes her higher up, or no? You
I,
just don't
I,
think she's
I
not
still
that good?
put like units like Ragdoll, Jaeger, and
Okay.
Artemil a little bit higher just because like
Okay.
how easier to rune they are, you know? That's why like
Okay.
units like Jaeger, units like Leica, units like Miho, they're kind of easier to use because you can rune them very Antares, you know, you can rune them a lot easier than other units. Diana versus like Gani, Hathor, AoE Stripper, Bastet, Chiwu, they're really hard to ruin.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will say that for like Ragdoll, there's pretty much can take him into any situation.
Yeah.
Like literally any
Any
situation.
situation at all.
Like I feel like if I had a ragdoll, like when you draft that ragdoll, you're like, yeah, this could be slot 1 through 5. I just pick it when I feel is the best time to mind game or you know, pick if I want to get something that my opponent has, I can take it now. I just pick my ragdoll later, or I just pick it early. You know.
Yeah.
Unless you're like in high guardian, right? Yeah, I think a lot of times then you might have to think about, does my opponent have a ragdoll? Do I want to let him have it? But that's about it. Other than that, he fits with everything, dude. You're not thinking like, oh, can't use ragdoll this round because he has this, or can't use ragdoll this round because I'm gonna be playing this. You just pick him in no matter what, dude. It's so nice.
Ragdoll is easy to use. Artemio is easy to use. That's the thing. Not only in rooms, but on
Yeah.
the units you have to bring with them. It's easier. You can fit a ragdoll almost in every single team. Of course, you're not gonna face a single target snipe team with a ragdoll, but it's way easier to use than a home. You need a whole team teaming up and speed tuning. You need to be perfect, almost perfect.
Right, and that's
So,
coming from
I
you,
got-
who you use ragdoll, so you know for sure. You're like a ragdoll expert.
Yeah, ragdoll is way easier to use than other net fights. That's why he gets so much pick. He's perfect for that.
Right.
It's not only anti-cleave.
What other
Easy.
LD Nat 5s do you have? Is that the only one, or do you have any?
Tia
more?
Lang and Ragdoll, and I can't
Oh,
use
yeah,
both
that's
of them together.
Oh, that sucks.
5% Chris Barna.
At,
Oh,
Very free.
no.
at least you have like a good counter to when they steal your.
I was
ragdoll.
just about to
Oh,
say
yeah.
that.
Yeah, I do.
You never have to play against Ragdoll. They pick your Ragdoll, they pick Tian Liang. Yeah.
Yeah,
And a lot
that's
of
true.
G1s get a Ragdoll first pick. A lot of them.
Yeah.
And G3 is like that too. I see so many Ragdoll first picks. It's crazy.
Yeah. Because it's easy.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
can adapt to anything that the enemy brings to you.
You know, it's funny you say that because you know, last the other week when we started doing my placements, and then we were in like fighter and like doing some conqueror wings and whatnot, there was a lot of like premium picks early, man. Like there's some accounts with some good units, bro. Like they got like LD Nat 5, they got ragdolls and stuff. Yeah.
Oh. Well,
It's
aren't
not-
people
it's
just
so
buying?
It's so sweaty.
Aren't people just buying? Sorry.
Oh no, go ahead. Sorry.
You
Go ahead.
You
No,
go.
No, I was just saying it's just sweaty. I just said it was just sweaty
Oh.
right now. Yeah.
I think people are just buying Ragdoll accounts or accounts with like one Ragdoll and another LD Nat 5, and they're just farming on it because Ragdoll is just like clear cut the best unit, you know?
I guess, but I felt like the decline of account buying lately because of, you know, not being
Well,
eligible
yeah.
for SWC. You know, so many people thought they could buy an account and go into SWC, but then they all got rejected and they all got like banned and whatnot. So like, I feel like it hasn't been as much buying. I think it's just players that are like, hey, I can just move my runes to RT and I can move it anytime now. Let's just do some RTAs. Like, fuck it, right? It's all these players
I
that
don't think
had
so. I
the
think it's
units. I don't know.
a lot of people buying accounts with Ragdoll and farming
Really?
on it and using it for RTA. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, because I did also notice that they have ragdoll, but I mean they don't have the craziest of runes, right? So sometimes I beat them in situations where I make a lot of mistakes when I was starting out to play again.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do, dude. But I noticed
I
that
watched you play
even
before.
with the
You played
mistakes, I would be winning just because the rune quality. So yeah, definitely of interest. But anyways, any last words you guys wanted to bring up here? I think it was a very solid podcast that we had today. Yeah, very solid podcast. Okay, thank you guys for taking the time to join in today. We got some great discussions. Mr. Sloth, thanks for joining us for the first time, man, and hopefully not the last time as well. Right? I know everybody's first time. You know, I mean, I don't think you're very shy, but you know, hopefully we get you on more and we can have more discussions and pick your brain.
Yeah,
more,
I'm
man.
shy.
Yeah. Are you? Yeah.
Thank you for the invitation, man. It was a pleasure.
Of course.
Thank you so much.
Of course, and if you guys are watching this on YouTube, make sure you guys leave those comments down below. Yeah, we got a nice good forum, like I always say, down below. People leaving comments, yeah, checking those out. I'm sure CompToUs reads them as well. So if you want to get your ideas conveyed, comment section down below is great. I read them through personally myself, all of them, to think of other ideas and stuff for the future podcasts as well. Make sure you guys check out their Twitch streams. Everybody here streams. Yep, everybody here streams. Some more than others. Yeah, somewhat than others, but nonetheless, what are you laughing at? Yeah. Anyways, thank you guys for watching the video, and we'll see you guys next week, or maybe this weekend for this Friday's podcast. Potentially that'll set up. Peace out, YouTube.
See you guys. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
All right, guys. Thank you for your
Be
time.
safe.
Peace.